Hello!
Hi everyone.
Welcome to Precarious Pixels.
This is the last time you hear from us. We've been arrested.
Yes.
But of course I don't know how this would get uploaded.
Freedom of the press.
Ah.
Yes. We're in a cell right now. We're being locked out of our normal recording area and into a hallway-esque area. But we're going to make do. Try to ignore the echo.
I'm sure it's not that bad. Wow, it sounded different.
Different.
You're too good at that. Do you practice?
Sometimes.
I imagine you just stand in caves and you
just listen to myself constantly. Yes.
That's it.
That's what I do. I love feedback loops. So, getting right into it. This will probably be a shorter episode today just because we don't want to annoy you with this kind of sound for very long. So this week, some stuff came out. We're going to talk about it. We're going to let Bob go first. Talk about a game he's been wanting to play for so long because he loves anime girls and he loves dance-offs.
I love both of these things. No, I haven't played it yet, but I'm going to give it a chance. It comes out, to date this, I guess, Friday.
Yes.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE Encore.
Encore. Which
is a mix between the Fire Emblem games and Shin Megami Tensei, they're calling it. But Persona, which is an offshoot of Shin Megami Tensei. And as Tim saw from the trailer he just watched, it has that style and not a very dark, gritty style that the Shin Megami games would have.
Yeah, because usually they're kind of they're about demons and stuff.
Well, the Persona ones are still.
Yeah.
But they're very stylish.
Yeah.
Versus what this is, or what Shin Megami is, which is very gritty. It's almost like, I don't know, what has demons in it? Like Constantine. Constantine is a comic book, I would say. Versus Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. The Persona games look like, one of the realities there. They look like, what they look like? The end credits. Spider-Man 2099 or whatever it is.
Yeah, they look like anime.
They look like anime?
Yeah.
Alright.
That's let's be honest, that's kind of what they look like.
But it's anime mixed with, but it's stylish anime.
Yeah. It's turn-based, right?
The combat is in this, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a turn-based dance-off game?
It's not a dance-off game, it's a sing-off game.
I saw some people doing some dances, sir, so...
Listen, there's a 48-hour return policy on this game. It's one of the... I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but there's a promotion at certain stores. Mm-hmm. If you don't like it, you can return it within 48 hours for full value back in trade credit.
Wow. So
if it's Garbo, it will probably get returned within 48 hours. But I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be fun.
I don't think somebody's going to be... You got to be Shin Megami kidding me about this game. Because this game was not what I expected. It was even better!
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. There's another game that comes out the same day, which I have zero interest in, and you would probably have interest in, which is even more anime.
Oh, wow.
And I know what you're thinking. It's impossible.
What game is more
Dragon Ball Kakarot.
Oh, okay.
Literally the reason anime is popular in the States, I would say.
That's right.
Is Dragon Ball.
Oh, yeah. I think Dragon Ball was probably the biggest... start to all that stuff.
I'm sure, and it's still massive.
Yeah, it was everybody's gateway drug way back in probably the 90s. There was stuff. There was Akira, blah blah blah, but that was probably
Cowboy Bebop.
But I think the bigger one was probably Dragon Ball.
Yeah, but
it still is.
This game comes out this week, and imagine Dragon Ball, but it's open world.
Yeah,
and you can go and explore everything, and you make your way through the entire Goku storyline.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what people get annoyed by is if you say Gaku.
I take it this is a personal experience.
I know how to pronounce it right, but I like to mess with people sometimes. They get upset.
You know what's even worse? You know what the name Kakarot means? That is his Saiyan name. Goku is his human name. Yeah. I watched Dragon Ball.
What are you saying?
I watched Dragon Ball.
It was a pun.
So Kakarot is like, yeah. So it's about Goku.
I think it's his entire story up to... Is Super a thing? Super, right?
I know it. I kind of checked out after... I don't know. They fought... I forget the dude who's all in white. I can't think of his name.
You know, it's going to annoy me that I know his name and you don't.
Oh, what's his name?
Is he white with purple trim?
He is.
His name is Frieza.
Yes, because it's like a freezer.
Guess what? I work around it a lot. I picked up on a
freezer?
few things.
You work around a freezer all the time.
And to be honest, I've watched a little bit of Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
I saw the best version of it, starring Chow Yun-Fat.
Oh my god. I forgot that they did like a live action version
In America.
in America. Who played Piccolo? It was weird. I remember it was like
Is Piccolo's the green man.
the green
I don't
guy.
remember who played him.
But I remember the kid was the I forget his name, but he's been in a lot of stuff like Shameless and
How upset do you think he is that he made that movie? How upset was the world that movie existed?
I was just like, why even?
And do you know why I watched it?
Why?
Because I'd heard of Dragon Ball. And I was like, well, this will be better than watching 40 hours of garbage.
It wasn't. I
It
bet.
was. It was only an hour and a half of garbage.
That's true. But
I was like, oh, his hair's spiky.
yeah,
And Chow Yun-Fat's there.
and he dries it that way. He goes, and it's like dry hair and spiked.
It annoys me that
I've only seen the trailer. of that
that's
movie.
like, I think my last experience with Chow Yun-Fat.
Was it?
I don't, maybe the Stranglehold game.
Really?
Oh, no, unfair. The Pirates of the Caribbean movie he was randomly in.
Yeah.
But that's it.
For a very short time, which I was kind of like upset that he was only like, I was like, he's like dead in like 2 minutes. Spoilers.
How much does it bother you as an anime fanboy
Mm-hmm.
that I really like Chow Yun-Fat movies, but the country right next door
Mm-hmm.
don't enjoy any of their product except for games?
Doesn't bother me at all.
I remember when China built the wall to keep Japan out.
I think they built it to the wrong side. I think I'm going to get you a Atlas for your next birthday.
No, I'm just kidding. I know it was for the Mongolian hordes.
That's right.
That's right.
You know how you learned that?
Yeah, the Shadow.
No, Mulan.
I didn't see Mulan.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
I bet.
Really?
No, never.
Real? Never.
Never been to
I know
Disney?
Eddie Murphy's in it, and I
Never
remember
been.
thinking, when was he Chinese?
He was a dragon. A dragon.
Oh, God. Yeah, I know they're remaking that, but I haven't seen the dragon in it.
Yeah, that is kind of upsetting. I was like, she's doing some crazy kung fu stuff, and I'm just like, I want the dragon.
Is he in it?
He's not.
But they just took the dragon out?
I guess so.
That's gross.
And the Ghost of the Ancestors. I don't see the Ghost of the Ancestors happening. Or her little lucky cricket.
Why even make this movie?
I know. But then again, I just saw the remake of Aladdin.
Why even make that movie?
Exactly.
Hey, okay. Can you name the moment where you hated that movie?
Oh, I know the exact moment when I hated that movie.
All right, moment number 2.
All right. No.
In chronological order.
Okay. This is gonna. When I saw it the first time, it was a Guy Ritchie movie.
Okay, so moment number 3 then.
No. Moment number 1 was when the genie.
When he sings?
Well, not just when he sings. When he comes out and it's a blue nightmare, which I will never be able to forget, because it's so weird because you know Will Smith so well. I'm just like, it looks so odd in like a blue bald cap thing that I'm not even sure what's going on there. It just looks so weird. And I love Will Smith. This was just weird and freaky.
Okay. What about number 2?
When he sings. Probably when he sings. But it's not like terrible.
But he
It's
sings
just,
first. He sings before he's blue.
No, he's blue.
Nope. Arabian Nights at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
When he's normal Will Smith.
Doesn't bother me so much there.
His singing is terrible.
His singing's okay.
It's terrible.
It's Big Willie style.
It's not Big Willie style. I would have rather he rapped Arabian Nights.
This is the millennium. Just get over it. That is it.
The millennium died.
No.
Faster than the millennium.
Nope. We're still in the millennium. It will never end.
Will 2K.
Gemini Man will not kill it.
Oh my god. Aladdin and Gemini Man. If Bad Boys for Life flops, I'm going to be so upset.
It might flop.
I hope not.
I think it'll do okay. I think people will go watch some
I hope
of
it reviews well. Even if it doesn't make a ton of money. At least review well, because the last two, they're going to stop giving them roles. They're going to, somebody has to stop. Scientology has to stop its control over the movie industry.
Yeah.
Because he's had a lot of flops recently.
Yeah, but but still I don't know, I think he's still making money. And honestly, Aladdin, I think, made money.
But it's so bad.
Yeah.
For me, it was in the order you said. So it was him singing first.
That does bother me.
It's the so on the nose song by Jasmine that they added in that made me nauseous when everybody just stops in
that weird
he doesn't
music
belong
video.
in this?
Yeah, that weird music video that they did.
I was like, what am I even watching? How is this a thing?
I don't understand why they need to do this song. And
because they wanted to give her a bigger role and they wanted her to be strong and independent.
They had that already. They didn't need to have her sing.
They needed to. She needs to say, "I'm a strong, independent woman." Otherwise, nobody's going to believe her.
She was already doing it.
Nope, no, I didn't believe her.
The song, and honestly, the movie was so long. I was like, this is 2.5. It was over 2 hours. And I was like, I don't think the original Aladdin was 2 hours.
No, it was probably 72 minutes.
Yeah.
Those were actual artists working on that.
I know.
Like Bob Iger. That's a Disney associated name.
Yeah, but I don't think he was around back then.
He hand drew everything.
Yeah. Actually, I think Walt Disney's nephew was running the animation department back then. If you want to see a good documentary, watch Waking Sleeping Beauty, but then also realize that his cost kind of turned a little bit because of it's Disney. They can't really talk about what actually was going on, some of the bad stuff that was going on, but it was interesting. And it talks about that era when they made Aladdin, they made Beauty and the Beast, and they kind of brought animation back.
Yeah, because the only
Little
place
Mermaid.
animation really is in Japan now.
That's right.
Everything else is computers.
That's right.
Which is why Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE Encore is going to be a game.
Okay.
It's the modern day Cuphead.
Oh, wow. Wow. All right.
Yeah. Cuphead for Will 2K. Nah, it's probably going to be garbage.
You don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I really want to try it. I've liked Fire Emblem since Game Boy Advance.
Oh, wow.
I remember that was the second game I got on my little Game Boy Advance.
And didn't you just recently play a Fire Emblem game?
Yeah, Three Houses.
Yeah, Three Houses. And that was very well done.
Right, that was a great game. This is an all-new... I'm sorry, that was an all-new game. This is a remake of a Wii U game.
Right.
But I never played it because it came out after the Switch was a thing.
Right.
Or announced. I think the Switch wasn't out yet.
Oh, okay.
But it was already announced, and my policy was, why would I invest in a Wii U?
Exactly.
Aside from to play Bayonetta 2.
Was that the only thing that they had on there?
No, they had other games on the Wii U that I want to play. That will probably just come out on the Switch, because that's what they've been doing with so many games. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a Switch game, but it was a Wii U game.
Oh, okay.
And they just didn't have the word Deluxe in the title.
Gotcha. So, this one, it didn't have Encore in the title?
Correct.
Gotcha.
The same as New Super Mario Bros. U is now that, with Deluxe at the end of it.
Gotcha.
And Pokken Tournament, which was a Wii U game, which was Pokemon made by Tekken guys.
Oh, wow.
It's Namco Pokemon. It's a fighting game.
Really?
Yeah, for real. This is a thing. Pokken Tournament, DX is on the Switch.
Wow.
Otherwise, it was Pokken Tournament. Is this blowing your mind right now?
It is blowing my mind. I can't wait.
So the Switch is basically the Wii U, but it sells.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That
Sort of
makes
like if Sega had the money to make Dreamcast 2,
Mm-hmm.
and the original Dreamcast didn't have a 100% failure rate after a long period of time.
Yeah.
Because apparently that's the thing. It just continues to break. Like they have.
Oh, they have like
almost all break.
They have like a kill time.
Yeah, like it's something like the 360 where it was over 100% failure rate somehow.
Okay.
Magic numbers work.
Yeah, like if you play it for too long, it's eventually just going to burn out. That's just like kind of with all technology. It just eventually happens. Things just burn out.
Yeah, well that came out 9/9/99, I believe. Had the best release date before the Will 2K.
Yeah. And actually, speaking of things announced, didn't Xbox announce they had a new system?
They've announced that. It's called. They gave it a name though.
Okay.
Because you can't get worse. All right. So let's go through the Xbox name scheme.
Yeah.
All right. So there was the Xbox,
Yes.
the Xbox 360, the Xbox 360 Elite,
Right.
which was black and included an HDMI port
Oh, yeah.
in 2006. Then, bam, Xbox 360 Slim. Get on my level. Internal hard drive, son. You pop it out whenever you want. You get a bigger hard drive.
That's right.
Yeah. Xbox 360E.
Oh, yeah.
Then they were like, you know what comes after 360? Xbox One. Because it's your all-in-one entertainment center.
That's right.
Then there was the Xbox One S, as in Sam. Not to be confused with the next one, Xbox One X, as in X-ray. For real.
I thought you were going to say, like, Xavier.
Well, you could say Xavier.
Okay.
So it went Xbox One S, Xbox One X. Not confusing at all to a parent at Christmas time.
Yes, not at all.
How about this? Xbox Series X. That's the new console. They had... Let's talk about the names that they've had for this system already. You ready?
Right.
Xbox... oh my god, I'm blanking on the name. I'm going to forget the first name. It had one name, and then they gave it the code name Project Scarlet, and they announced it at E3.
I remember Project Scarlet was the
And
name they were giving it.
Xbox Scarlet? It's a great name. It's a great name.
Sure.
Series X? What? Who's in charge? Get Karen down here, because she needs to speak to the manager.
Everybody's just going to call it the Xbox, the new Xbox or something like that.
Also, PlayStation had a little event. They gave theirs finally a title and a logo. It's called PlayStation 5. Its logo is PS number 5.
You know, they also had another little announcement from Sony. They made a car.
I believe it.
No, well, so this was something that was actually recently announced. If you're following CES, the Consumer Electronics, I'm going to say Expo, but that doesn't seem to make sense. But so CES just happened in Vegas. A lot of weird stuff happened.
You can't talk about it. You said it happened in Vegas.
Oh, yes, of course.
It has to stay there.
It looks like there's just another S, but it's like a different S.
No, it's a 5.
Oh, yeah, sure. Bob is showing
But it's
Bob
legit.
is showing
That's
me
their
the new
logo.
logo for. No, I believe it.
That they announced at CES.
Yeah.
Same place. Consumer Electronics Special.
No, that can't be it. If that's it, then
Google it.
I don't want to.
It could be wrong.
I don't want to. I don't want to know
Don't
now.
trust.
Now I don't want to know. But Sony announced that they made their own like self-driving electric car. So which is very strange because Sony doesn't make cars. It's weird. It's
They
weird.
do now?
Apparently they are. I'm waiting for them to announce they're having a space program too.
I hope so.
Yeah,
The Sony space program.
a Sony space program. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. I mean, they already made the movie Life, and they made the movie Venom.
Yes.
Both of those started out in space.
And they're making the movie Morbius, the living vampire, except without the living vampire part.
Let's discuss that.
Yes. So a little trailer dropped this week.
I can bring this back around to space real quick.
And
You should have gone to Mars.
oh.
And then 30 seconds away.
Yes, 30 seconds away from Mars. I love that we can make ourselves laugh.
That's what it should be.
Yes, but
Who cares about anybody listening?
so Morbius, the living vampire, without the living vampire part, which also doesn't make sense to me because I'm just like, so they're making a vampire movie and then Marvel's making a Blade movie, and these things will never cross.
They could.
They could, but I'm betting they're not.
I don't think this will. I don't think this will unless they can work out a deal that's permanent,
Yeah,
or Marvel just buys Sony.
which won't happen. Sony, they won't buy Sony. They would buy back this property. That's what I'm thinking. The only thing that they could do at this point is buy back all the Spider-Man, Marvel properties that they've sold. And honestly, Sony's making so much money off of it, they're never going to do that. Like, they have all the Spider-Man characters. I mean, they could do... their plans were to make a Sinister Six movie.
Well, it looks like they're starting it.
Well, I don't know, because I'm betting Michael Keaton is not... Like, so in this trailer, Michael Keaton pops up, and I don't think he's the Vulture character.
How is he not?
I don't think he's the Vulture character.
Then why is he in it?
Because
is there not another bald man?
Because they thought, it'll be funny. We'll put Batman in our movie with a vampire guy who gets bitten by bats, which, by the way, is exactly what happens. Apparently, he cuts himself with the and goes to a cave and basically holds out his hand and hopes that a bat bites him to cure his rare blood disease, which apparently turns him into a vampire. And he can do all kinds of crazy vampire things, but they don't call him vampire. Murder.
Who is that?
Oh.
Who is that in that poster or in that graffiti in the background in Morbius trailer?
I don't know.
He looks very similar to somebody.
Yeah.
And
actually, that kind of looks like the Tobey Maguire version of Spider-Man.
Get out of here.
That would be amazing.
No,
if Tobey Maguire comes back and plays Spider-Man again, I will see that movie 1,000 times.
Wouldn't people consider him to be a murderer?
Oh, yeah, because of how they left it in the last movie.
Right, so maybe Vulture is out.
It could be.
Because maybe he's not a bad guy. Who's going to testify against him?
It's true.
The murderer?
I don't know.
Or Tony Stark?
True.
Or Tony Jaa?
Why Tony Jaa?
I don't know.
I was just like...
It's the only other Tony I could think of.
Okay.
Or Tony Soprano? Also dead, unfortunately.
R.I.P., buddy. We miss you.
He was... Yeah.
He was a good guy. But getting off the sad note, so Morbius, the living vampire...
With his power of hand vat.
Yeah, with his bats apparently biting his hand... Gets all healed up from his blood disease, which apparently he was limping around all the time, being a doctor. He's like walking with his little cane because he got hurt when he was young. I guess becomes a vampire man.
But he's a good guy, right?
He is.
Or is he like an anti-hero?
He is. Well, I'd say probably more of an anti-hero. In the books, he was a doctor. He did, I think, have some sort of blood disease. He tries to cure it. accidentally turns himself into a vampire, but not like I was bitten by a bat vampire. It's I have all these weird abilities. They're like vampires. Like I have to drink blood, and I can like walk up walls and like fly a little bit. I think he flies. I forget. See in the dark, but he looks like he becomes like pale white and kind of almost like weird like bat facial features. But he's not like a typical vampire, because that's the weird thing, because in the Marvel Universe there are actual vampires.
Yeah, Blade.
Yeah.
And Stephen Dorff. Deacon Frost.
That's right. But he's not like one of those vampires. Because those ones they can pass for human, but he can't at all. He's always like albino-ish.
I mean, albinos are technically still people, Tim.
No. But I'm talking like white as a sheet of paper with black hair and red eyes. Well, yeah. And can fly around and giant fangs. Bob is shrugging at me as if, well, that's what albinos do.
They do. Have you ever seen one?
Yes.
At night?
Yes.
They fly.
I've seen them during the day too. Yeah, but so I guess they're playing on that, but it seems like they're playing into the fact that he's like was bitten by a bat, which makes him into some sort of like actual vampire. But he's not sparkling. He's walking around there in the day. He's not sparkling, and that's how I know vampires.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Vampires sparkle, and they're very deep and tortured. They love teenage girls, which is so creepy. Don't really get into that in that movie. It's so creepy. He is like hundreds of years old.
Oh, is he?
And she's like 16.
I just assumed he had just become a vampire.
Oh, no. He is very old.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Tell me more about this book series.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know the book series. I just watched the movies. And the new Batman was sparkly in them.
Can we discuss
the
Batman casting?
Nope. Sure, go ahead.
Have you looked at it?
No.
Oh, Tim. Do I have a rant for you?
Okay.
All right. This is going to require. I have to look. I had research for this one.
Are you mad that it's good old Rob Pattinson?
No, I mean that was like only the first of many.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah.
Playing Catwoman.
Okay. I like her.
Fine.
Good actress.
Right.
And who is that character?
That would be Peter Sarsgaard?
Peter Sarsgaard. Who's he
the
playing?
most interesting man on the planet.
Yes.
Playing possibly Harvey Dent, but it's Harvey Dent.
Really?
Yeah, because you know what I always think when I see Peter Sarsgaard?
Maggie
Gyllenhaal? I think this guy has two emotional ranges at all. He doesn't even have one.
You don't like him?
He's awful.
He's not awful.
That dude is like Patrick Wilson if Patrick Wilson was on like a downer.
He plays it a little more subtle. You gotta read the subtext.
Fine. We'll continue. How about this? When you think Riddler, who do you think, Tim?
Jim Carrey.
Okay. Do you know who I don't think?
Who?
Paul Dano.
Paul Dano?
It's the worst cast known to man.
That's so... You mean Swiss Army?
I mean, yeah. There Will Be Blood, the Preacher.
I loved him. He was a great actor.
He's a great actor. Doesn't belong in the role. How about the penguins in this, Tim?
Okay.
Now, I want you to describe the penguin to the audience in case nobody's seen him before.
Well, are we talking Gotham Penguin?
Yeah, I don't care. Name the penguin, or describe the penguin.
Well, the penguin that, comes around later, he's like a kind of a squat dude, little rotund guy.
So he's a little husky. Usually bald or balding.
Yeah, okay.
Pointy nose.
Yeah.
All right. And now describe him in any other way you've ever seen him.
All right, so he's tall and slender if you watch Gotham.
Okay. But he hunches over.
A little bit, yeah. And he walks with kind of a limp, makes him look like a penguin.
And if you're watching a movie that stars the main actor from Twilight,
Yes.
the guy from There Will Be Blood, Lenny Kravitz's daughter,
Yes.
and the...
Okay.
I'm going to get through this.
Yep, go
I'm
ahead.
going to get through this. The equivalent of the teacher from Ferris Bueller's Day Off level of interest.
Okay.
I'm blanking on his name. Ben Stein.
Yes.
Ben Stein as Harvey Dent would be more interesting
Okay.
than Peter Sarsgaard.
Wow, you really don't like him.
When I first heard about this, I made a rant, and this is a true story. I said the following.
Mm-hmm.
Peter Sarsgaard was in a movie about how awful torture is. If you remember, it was called Rendition.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
People walked out of that movie and said, man, that guy went through a lot, but at least he didn't have to watch a Peter Sarsgaard movie.
Jeez.
That's real. That's
Wow.
a real thing I said.
Wow.
Anyway,
Okay.
Colin Farrell is playing the Penguin, Tim.
Love it. Love it.
Get out of here!
Love it.
Get out of here!
Love it. I can't wait. Whatever this movie is going to be, I can't wait for it because it will be insane.
No!
It will be
Don't do this to
insane.
Batman. He didn't earn this.
I can't wait. Because you know what? You know what they said? When they said Heath Ledger was going to play the Joker, they were saying, that's stupid. That's
No,
ridiculous.
nobody said that.
Everybody
I didn't
said
say
that.
it.
Oh my god. Everybody said that. It's like, that's so stupid. The dude from Knight's Tale, 10 Things I Hate About You, that dude should not be playing the Joker. That is the dumbest thing ever. Everybody was like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Then that movie Dark Knight came out. Everybody shut their mouths. You know why? It's a great decision.
Get out of here.
Nobody knows until it comes out. It could be the best decision. It could be the worst decision. You never know.
Peter
Never know.
Sarsgaard was so interesting or uninteresting as a superhero villain in a movie that they replaced him with a cartoon and nobody noticed. This is real. This is real. Nobody paid attention.
Mm-hmm.
He's Will Ferrell now.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Make him mind.
Was that not who he was playing?
No, I mean...
Who did he play in Green Lantern?
Oh, he's
Megamon.
Harmon.
Megamon.
Hammond.
You can't even remember
I
because
think
he's
his name
so
was
uninteresting.
Well, no, he's an actual Green Lantern villain. I think it's like Robert Hammond? I forget. There's so many Green Lantern
Dr.
things.
Ian Malcolm?
No. Not at all.
I'm just kidding. It's
I know.
a movie, the worst cast. It's, you know what it is? Did you ever read any interviews with the guy that directed Last Jedi, Ron Johnson,
Yeah.
about why he did what he did with the movie?
Which movie?
With Last Jedi.
Oh, with Last Jedi? No.
He said something to the effect of, I wanted to do the unexpected with my film. I didn't want to do what the fans wanted.
Yeah, I could totally
I
see
didn't
that.
want to do what they expected.
Right.
And here's what I think he did with Last Jedi. I think
Yeah.
every single possible choice he thought was a good one, or was like typical to the story, he did the opposite,
It's true.
which is what he did,
Yeah.
right? I feel that Matt Reeves, who's a great director,
Yes.
is making a Batman movie, and he's saying to himself the same thing that Kylo Ren says, which is, I want to kill the past.
Yes. Let it all burn.
Let it all burn. And they'll never make another Batman movie. I think if you can kill 80 years
No.
in one movie,
No.
this is the way to do it.
I'll tell you one thing. That will not happen ever because, let's face it, survived Ben Affleck. Survived.
Ben Affleck did a good job.
He did. But he wasn't in good movies. He wasn't in the good Batman movies. He was going to be in this movie.
I think he was ready to be in the movie, and then Matt Reeves said to him, "You know what I'm going to do?" Like, they're drunk together on like a patio. Like, Ben Affleck, of course. I feel like he can't even drink anymore. Is something? Wasn't he an alcoholic or something?
I think he went through some rehab. And
So he's not drinking, but like Matt Reeves is like drunk there, just talking to him. He's like, "You know what I'm going to do, Benny? Benny, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take the opposite of the Penguin. I'm gonna put him in the role, and I'm gonna make Jeffrey Wright Commissioner Gordon for no reason.
Okay.
and Ben, listen to me. He like puts his hand on Ben's shoulder. You know what he says? Who's the least interesting person you can think of? I'm gonna make him Two-Face. He's the opposite of the guy from the beer commercials. Dos Equis, more like no Equis.
Wow.
Oh, Peter Sarsgaard, you suck.
Man, you really hate Maggie Gyllenhaal's husband.
That's even worse. There's a connection there to a better Batman franchise. Why did they marry?
Why did they marry?
Is he not 115 years older than her?
No.
How old is that guy?
I think he's in his 40s.
You don't know because he's not interesting.
Oh my god.
How old is Sean Connery?
1,000,000 years old.
Yeah. But you know what? Has he ever bored you?
No.
That's right.
No. The man is never boring. But to get back to our point, there is a Batman movie coming.
They renamed Edward Nygma. Sorry.
What?
That's not his name in this movie.
What's his name?
I'll have to look it up.
It's not Enigma?
No.
Edward Nygma?
He's got a different name.
Is it Edward Puzzles Over Stuff?
It might as well be.
Is it Edward Riddler?
What is this called? The Batman?
I think it's called, they're going to call it The Batman. The Batman.
Batman.
We'll see if that holds up.
Oh my god, I forgot another one. There's another bad casting choice. No wonder I went. Who's Alfred? Describe Alfred while I look this up.
Is it Jeremy Irons?
No.
It's not Jeremy Irons. Is it...
yeah, there's two more bad casting choices. I'll even give the one as a maybe. It's an okay guy.
Okay.
Edward Nashton, by the way.
Nashton?
Nashton.
Okay.
All right.
It's weird.
So, if you were to think of somebody in Hollywood today to play Alfred, who'd you pick?
And today?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, they're making the movie now.
Well, Jeremy Irons did a good job. I would probably pick him again.
Just put Jeremy Irons in it for no reason?
Yeah.
Okay. You know who I'd pick?
Who?
Andy Serkis.
Really? I like Andy Serkis.
Yeah. You know who you wouldn't make a good villain? Or who wouldn't be a good villain? Or who you shouldn't play? It makes me so frustrated I can't even say it. He shouldn't be the Penguin.
You want Andy Serkis to be
Of course I do. The dude played a monkey for half of his role. He can't be another animal.
It's true.
Half of his life. There we go. All right. That's neither here nor there. There's not enough villains in this movie.
There's another villain in this movie?
There is.
Is this... I have a feeling this is not going to be... Like, Harvey Dent's going to be there, but it's not going to turn into Two-Face. Penguin's going to be there, but he's not going to be the Penguin. The Riddler's going to be there, but it's not going to be the Riddler yet. It's going to be kind of like the whole... This is setting up, like, the universe kind of thing.
Just remind you of what the Penguin looks like. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating. All right, there's one more villain.
All right.
Who would you cast as Carmine Falcone?
Oh, I have no idea. Let's see, in The Dark Knight, it was what's his name? Robert.
Tom Wilkinson, wasn't it?
Was it? No, he wasn't Falcone, was he? Was that Falcone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought he was a different crime boss. Yeah, I guess he was. He was Falcone. I don't know. I would say.
I'll give you a hint. Jesus.
Oh wow!
But not just Jesus. The Jesus.
The Jesus?
The Jesus.
From Big Lebowski?
Yeah.
Wow. Honestly, I think he'd do a good job. I think he'll do... Just tell me that guy doesn't have acting chops.
John Turturro?
He is amazing. You saw him in Secret Window.
I did.
He was amazing.
Yeah, he was a great Amish guy.
And what was that movie? He played like they were like the Marx Brothers. I forget the name of that movie. It's a really good movie where they're like these guys who are like the Marx Brothers, but they take over a dance company.
Don't know. I didn't see that.
I think you're the one who actually recommended it to me.
A dance company?
Yeah, like they take over like a ballet company or something like that.
No, I did not recommend that.
Okay.
I mean, I would recommend Miller's Crossing with him in it.
Okay.
I think he's a great actor.
He is?
You know what he doesn't remind me of?
What?
Mob Boss.
I can see him being a boss.
No, he's never the tough guy.
He was. What are you talking about? Secret Window. He was like the tough guy.
No, he wasn't. He was intimidating because he was creepy. He wasn't intimidating because he was tough. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I don't.
Well, in a movie that they're going to have.
That's the problem. You can't go off the basis of this movie's already making bad decisions.
But they're going to have Obi-Wan Kenobi be Black Mask and Birds of Prey.
That's fine, though.
Why is that fine?
Because
his singing and dancing really intimidates me.
That dude literally always puts on an accent. He always puts on a fake accent.
Who?
Have you? I've seen him one time. Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor?
One time with his real accent in his entire movie career that I can think of.
Didn't he? Well, he was his...
Trainspotting. That's it.
That's not his real accent.
He's Scottish.
Yeah.
He never uses a Scottish accent.
He's been in other movies. He's used the Scottish accent.
I don't think so.
I'm sure there is.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you. That's his real accent in Moulin Rouge.
I've never seen Moulin Rouge.
Really?
Is that the movie you were thinking of with John Turturro?
No.
Oh.
No, Moulin Rouge with...
I know it had Christina Aguilera in it.
No. She wasn't in it.
She definitely was in it. I saw her.
She sang a song for it.
Yeah, it was her.
On the soundtrack.
And it was like, was it Cher?
No. You're thinking of Burlesque.
Oh, was that not the same movie?
Nope.
Oh.
It was not.
I feel like there was a short person.
Nicole Kidman?
No, like, vertically challenged?
John Leguizamo?
Now. A little person, I guess is the name.
John Leguizamo played a person.
No, that was Spawn.
No. You're thinking of a different movie.
Spawn?
Nope. Well, he was in Spawn. He played Clown.
Yeah, he played a little person.
No.
That wasn't Clown short?
Clown was short.
So I'm right, and you're wrong. And we've just learned that Michael J. White is actually Christina Aguilera.
That's right.
Glad we agree.
Yes, absolutely.
Is it Jai?
I thought it was Michael J. White.
I'm gonna say Jay. Until he tells me I'm wrong.
And then he's, gonna kill you.
Don't kill me.
He'd put a hit on you.
No, he's not. You know what he's gonna say?
A million alive.
He's
a million dead.
He's gonna say, I would be a tougher Commissioner Gordon than Jeffrey Wright.
No. Jeffrey
Wright had one tough role that I can think of.
What's that?
Peoples Hernandez in Shaft.
That's really like that guy. I was like, that guy's perfect.
And even then he was a joke. Christian Bale intimidated Peoples Hernandez before Christian Bale was a thing.
Yeah. And now Christian Bale, he's going to be in a Thor movie.
He's in a better Batman movie. How come we didn't invite Jeffrey Wright to do that? Oh, God. Can we talk about the cast on Shaft and how they're all more talented than where they ended up? Aside from Christian Bale. Toni Collette was in Shaft.
Yeah.
She plays the witness that they're after.
I remember. She's a good actress.
She is a good actress.
Yep.
Always putting on an accent as well.
It's very true. She's Australian or no? She's from New Zealand.
That sounds right. She does seem kind of like a zealot.
Kiwi.
Why Kiwi?
I don't know.
I'm gonna call them Nouveau Zealots.
No.
Yeah,
that's not a good thing.
Yeah, that started here.
Nope. All right.
TM.
All right. So we're gonna get off our Batman rant for a little while. That one went way down the rabbit hole.
It's so bad.
We'll see. Can't say anything until we see it. But something that you have seen and have been playing, you've been playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah, I'm making my way through it. And it's really good. Good writing. I had talked about it a while ago, but I had never really continued because there's so much going on.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'd say I'm like 70% of the way through it.
Oh, nice.
It's cool. I got to fight the Black Order a couple times, different fights. You're intentionally supposed to lose some of them, but I feel like I could have won if I had just come a little closer.
Right.
And I wonder if he could. Like, I wonder if he could beat Corvus Glaive the first time you fight him, or Proxima Midnight.
Yeah. That's his wife.
Well, they don't say that. I mean.
Oh, really? They don't call him? Oh, okay.
They don't really go much into them. It's almost like you see them about as much as you do in the movies. You get other fights. Like, I had to take down Magneto before he joins the Alliance, and that was fun.
Nice.
That was a really cool fight. They had one with Ultron. They had a really good one with Green Goblin. But Green Goblin also has a time stone.
Okay.
A lot of fun. He's like surfing around outside a building on his like little hoverboard. Doesn't work on water.
Right.
And he's throwing like pumpkin bombs at you, but there's also things fighting you at the same time.
Oh.
A lot of fun. And it's not something you have to think about too hard, but it's good. It also has better voice casting than the new Marvel Avengers game, I would say.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't like the voice casting on there. Somebody feels wrong. Like Hulk feels wrong. Something about him doesn't feel right for Banner.
Why?
I don't know. It just doesn't sound right.
Who's the actor?
I want to say that might be Nolan North. They have like every famous voice actor,
right? But
I don't know.
Okay.
It's tough because Nolan North. Every time I hear him now, I think Deadpool.
Okay.
Because he was Deadpool in the Deadpool game, and he plays Deadpool in this.
Well, he was also from. Oh my God.
Uncharted. Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
I know. Same thing, Troy Baker. I recognize him.
I think Troy Baker actually might play the Hulk.
Oh, maybe he does. But whatever, it just sounds bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, this one, ton of characters. The challenges are fun. The co-op is cool.
And plus, can you do the same thing where you can make your own team?
Yeah. Oh, I'm constantly getting new characters, but I'm making my way through the game. I have to get to a certain point because the reason I got back into it now is the second DLC came out.
Oh.
First DLC had somebody I really wanted to play as.
Okay.
The Punisher's in it.
Oh, nice.
And I need the Punisher.
Okay.
Well, I want to see how he plays. So right now my team from the beginning has been Thor, Iron Man, Cap, and Hulk.
Oh, okay.
So it's just that's my team, and I want to make my way through as much of it as possible as OG Avengers, and then
nice.
But you have to level them all up. So if I switch my team, I have to go through the challenges to level the other guys because they don't match the level you're at.
Gotcha.
So it's I'm gonna have to grind
to get them up to their level.
Right, or you can do challenges. And what you do is, because I did this a little bit to mess around with some of the Spider-Man, right. I had 3 Spider people and Thor.
Okay.
Because Miles, Peter Parker, and Spider-Gwen are all in it.
Right.
So I just had them, and I was like, I'll do the challenges. So you do the high-level challenges or the higher-level challenges, and they rank up faster.
Okay.
While you're, pretty much going normal speed. So, just to mess with it. So to see how it goes later, I'll probably just level them up that way, do high-level challenges, and just beat tons of enemies.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I want to unlock stupid costumes.
Have you done, did they give you any costumes?
No, you have to unlock everything through challenges.
Oh, okay.
So, the only one I unlocked so far is an all-white outfit for Black Widow, which I didn't even know she had.
Oh, that's her snow sniper outfit. She has pretty much. If you've seen the new movie, I think she wears it. But she's had that in the comics and stuff before. Okay,
so I got that for doing one round of challenges. You had to get 16 gold medals or something, whatever.
Right. Okay.
So I did that, and then I think I get one after that for. I forget who the second one is, but the third one in that tier is Scarlet Witch, I think.
Okay.
But it's cool. It's a cool way to do it. And then they've done free DLC where they had Colossus and Cyclops as free DLC. They also had packs. So they had the first one was like Marvel Knights.
Oh,
by
okay.
Punisher. I think Morbius is one of them.
Probably.
And then the second one was not X-Men, because the third one's X-Men. Oh no, second one's X-Men.
Okay.
Which is like really weird X-Men though. It's like strange choices. It's not the ones you would always think. So it's like Jean Grey is there. Sure.
Okay.
But there's I want to say Nightcrawler. I don't remember. It's like not the ones you would expect.
Really?
Yeah, and
like,
then
like what about like is it Banshee or?
I'm gonna look it up right now. But the third one is Fantastic Four because they're making that a thing again.
Yes, they've slowly been integrating the Fantastic Four back into the stuff because obviously that's coming. Oh, and that's something we haven't really talked about yet. The New Mutants trailer dropped, and it looks fantastic. That movie was supposed to come out like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's coming out at some point.
Yeah, and the stuff they've shown now, it looks amazing. How did the New Mutants show up in this? Like, can you play as any New Mutants?
No. You ready? You
Okay.
ready for this? So Phoenix. Sorry, I called her Jean Grey.
Oh, okay.
Gambit.
Okay.
Okay. Iceman.
All right.
Cable.
Okay. That is a weird mix.
I told you.
That is a weird mix of X-Men.
So it's not even Nightcrawler. But Nightcrawler's in the game, so maybe I can unlock him.
Probably.
I just haven't gotten there yet. And then the last one. So the Marvel Knights one was Blade, Moon Knight, Morbius, and Punisher.
Okay. All right.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird, like, very weird. There's no better way to describe it than that word.
Okay. But you're having fun with it so far?
Yeah, I'm having a blast. I can't wait to shoot everything in the face as the Punisher.
Yes.
Because I imagine that's what he does.
I'm sure it does.
And then the only thing I had issue with is the characters that you would expect to be the most fun are not typically the most fun to play. Like, I never would have thought I'd be playing this game as Thor.
Why is Thor more fun than any other character?
Because you play, like, Rocket and Groot are one character, like, they're one
Okay,
in
makes
your
sense.
roster. And it's, in practice, how would you think that would control? Like, there's a light attack and there's a heavy attack. How do you think that would work?
Probably light attack is Rocket shooting, and then heavy attack is like Groot punching or something like that.
You're right.
Okay.
You're exactly right.
Because he's big and...
But Rocket, you have to hold down the X, Y button to shoot, and it's just like, it does almost no damage. It's like chip damage. It's like, it's just holding it. You're not even doing anything. You're just holding the button to shoot.
Right.
It's not fun. Like, when you're playing Thor, smacking the hammer in everybody's face, and then Y is chuck the hammer.
Okay.
It's so much more fun.
Right.
And then like doing the stupid abilities, and maybe
Shoot lightning, I'm sure.
Yeah, like his ability is crazy.
Yeah.
Like one of them.
Of course.
One is like spin the hammer around himself in a million circles. One of Captain America's is literally reflect damage back.
Oh, yeah.
But you get it from your teammates. There's like so there's ability button and then there's co-op ability button.
Oh, can you do like that little move where he like hits the hammer against the shield and it like causes like a sound wave thing?
Probably. I don't even.
Okay.
I haven't even messed with that because I usually play Thor. But one of the things I saw him doing was, so it's who's Iron Man.
Yeah.
Iron Man's beam.
Yeah.
They team up. So Iron Man shoots his beam out, and Cap reflects it back with his shield at the enemies. And
Right.
It's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, just kind of like what they did in like the Avengers movies.
Yeah.
That stuff. Yeah.
His hyper beam.
Yeah.
His hyper light beam.
What can you do with the Hulk though?
Smash.
Just smash stuff.
Yeah, Hulk has a dart forward move. He rips the ground up for his Y button or for his heavy, I should say. So X.
Okay.
We talk about Nintendo putting everything backwards. I hate that.
So are you playing this on the Switch? I take it.
That's all it's on.
Oh, okay.
It's Nintendo exclusive.
Oh, okay.
Does that blow your mind?
It does kind of blow my mind because I played it. I think the other versions. I think it was Ultimate Alliance 2 was the last one.
Mm-hmm. It was.
And was 3? No, 2.
No, this is 3.
Okay, so 2 is the last one, and I played it. I'm pretty sure on PlayStation.
You did, I'm sure, because it was on there. This, however, is not made by Activision.
Right, of course.
It's published by Nintendo and made by Team Ninja.
Yeah, which is... I don't think the other ones in the series were made by...
No.
Yeah.
Team Ninja was doing Dead or Alive and Ninja Gaiden.
Right.
They do great combat.
They do.
This is more minimalist, but it's still fun.
Yeah.
And man, you would think Nintendo and Marvel would say, we're going to tone down character designs or costume designs in this.
Yeah.
Didn't bother. It's like straight... They look great. They look like they're ripped out of the comics.
Yeah, exactly.
And portable mode, same thing.
It is kind of like the thing that I've seen, like this new Avengers game that's coming out from Square, and I'm just like, they look like themselves, but they also don't look like themselves. Like the version of Thor they used looks a little too much like myth-based kind of version of Thor, not really like movie-based version or comic-based version. It's kind of like a weird mix that they went with, like, oh, we'll make him look kind of like the comic, but more like the mythological character what a Viking would wear. And I'm just like, it's not really what he's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
But it sounds like Ultimate Alliance got it all right.
Yeah, they did. They did a great job.
I'm sure like that's what the fans appreciate about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Switch has cemented itself as like a real system.
Yeah.
I think it was tough for Nintendo to do that after the Wii U and the Wii. The Wii, despite selling so exceptionally well,
so amazingly well,
I think it damaged their reputation in hardcore gaming. Because
Yeah.
before that, you could have said GameCube, Super Mario
GameCube was
Sunshine,
great.
even like Smash.
Yeah, I think. I mean, you played all the Metroid games on the GameCube. They were great. They were really good.
They keep saying they're going to make a Metroid Prime 4.
For Switch?
Yeah, Prime 4.
Well, I'll see when.
They even had a little logo. They had a teaser.
All right.
Never happening.
You don't
The
think
company,
so?
the company that was making it, got it ripped away or something.
Really?
Yeah, it's a different studio doing it now, like retro games, I think.
Was there a reason that they said?
Probably wasn't turning out well.
That's sad.
But don't tease it if you don't have product.
Yeah,
Like, just don't. Nintendo fans are rabid, man.
they are.
And I'm not a Metroid fan, per se. Like, I like the 2D Metroids.
Yeah, I actually kind of like those ones as well.
Didn't really like Prime.
It was different, but I don't think it was bad. A lot of people really like that series.
No, people think it's like the best thing.
Yeah.
I just didn't. But I get it. I get why you would. At the time, though, I had a better option. It was called Halo.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Yeah, for a first-person shooter, it was definitely not quite like the same thing.
And the GameCube controller was the worst designed controller known to man.
Yeah, I really didn't understand what they were thinking with that design. It looked so weird. I mean, it worked fine, but like not my favorite kind of controller. The weird like handle in the middle. It was
No, that's 64.
Oh yeah.
The GameCube controller was the one where it was like 2 analog sticks, but one was the C-stick thing.
Oh yeah.
And then the buttons were all different sizes because you're an idiot and you get to do sizes, colors, and names.
Yes, I do remember that. I was just like, oh wow.
It was awful. And you know what the worst part is?
What?
Every console since then
Mm-hmm.
has been able to use that GameCube controller
Oh, that's right.
for Smash Brothers.
That's
because
right.
Smash fans are awful.
And love that controller.
They love it, and there's no good reason to love it.
I don't know.
And then you try and talk to them. Like I've had the conversation with people.
Mm.
I've said, "Why do you want this controller?" There's a Pro. Have you tried the Pro controller? It is the best controller on the market today. That Pro controller is better than the Xbox. It's better than the PlayStation.
Gotcha.
It has a 25-hour battery life. Motion support. It understands motion. If you set it down for a while, like put it down for 5 minutes, like say you run to the bathroom or you're going to get like a soda or something or water,
Right.
come back, screen's dark a little bit because it's like in standby mode almost, but it's still there. You pick up the controller, you don't press any buttons, screen comes back because it knows. For real. It's like, you're here, son.
I believe it.
But do you know what?
What?
Doesn't matter because they'd rather be uncomfortable and have arthritis early.
Yes.
GameCube controllers, the second worst thing to happen in the world. It was like Hitler GameCube controller.
Wow, that is not even comparable.
It is. It's Nintendo's
No.
revenge
No.
It's Japan's revenge
No.
for Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Wow.
Yep.
Not even.
It is.
Terrible.
Google it. It's the GameCube controller revenge for Hiroshima.
Wow. That is bold.
It is bold.
Not even close.
Try it. Put it in your hands.
Comparing the two wrongest things. It's happened to the world. No.
That's not. It's definitely a wrong thing.
Oh, man. But how do we get on this? Oh, Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
That's right.
But you like playing it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You don't even need a GameCube controller.
Very true. Got that great Switch controller.
That's right. It's phenomenal.
It is.
Even their stupid little Joy-Cons are better.
Yeah. So after this one comes out, was it a success enough that they're going to warrant like making another?
Yeah, I think you'll see a new one in like 10 years.
Or do you think they'll just do DLC for a while?
Well, they have the third one that's not out yet, the third DLC. And then, I don't know if they will, because Team Ninja's also, I'm sure, working on stuff for...
Right.
Everybody wants a Ninja Gaiden. They'll never make it. Everybody wants a new DOA Extreme Beach Volleyball. Just kidding. Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
So probably another Dead or Alive. Because 6 came out this year, so maybe they'll do DLC for this. But I don't know what they do. Maybe Venom's in the game. Loki's in the game. I mean, spoiler alert. If you beat the game, you can play as Thanos.
Oh, wow.
So
well, I figured the Black Order's there. I figured Thanos was going to be there.
Yeah, but you can't play as the Black Order. The only unlockable one to play as is Thanos.
You can't play as the Black Order?
No. They're bad guys.
Oh, that's true.
So it's weird that even Thanos.
That was just, yeah.
I think he's like, you got to do all the challenges and all this other nonsense, but
Gotcha.
whatever. I just want to play as Herbie.
Herbie, the Fantastic Four's robot?
That's the third DLC, and they haven't said who's in it. If they managed to pick Iceman, Phoenix, Gambit, and Cable?
True.
Why would they choose Johnny Storm, Sue Storm, Ben Grimm, and not Herbie?
It's true.
You know what it's going to be? It's going to be the kids.
No, actually, I like the kids.
It's going to be the kids, Mole Man, and like Cloud Galactus.
Oh, man.
From the movie.
The worst version of Galactus.
It's a thing again. It's weird that they're even doing that. That's quick.
Yeah.
That the Fantastic Four have come back.
Yeah. Well, it was always kind of like they put them down when they kind of were...
They wanted to get it back from Fox. They wanted to make it worthless.
Yeah.
I get it.
But that doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. I mean, characters... Like, they
worked.
tried to do that with the X-Men. It didn't work with the X-Men.
Well, you can't... The problem is the X-Men, there are people... Was Stan Lee responsible for Fantastic Four? Did he make them? I don't think he did, right?
Stan Lee? Yeah, he made Fantastic Four.
Oh, he created them too?
Yeah, him and Jack Kirby created Fantastic Four.
Okay. The X-Men get people on like an emotional level. Like there's people who just are attached to Wolverine.
Yeah.
To Gambit.
Mm-hmm.
To Dazzler. Just kidding. Nobody likes Dazzler.
Actually, people love Dazzler.
Yeah, but are they emotionally attached or do they just like her? 'Cause
No,
she's weird?
there are some people that are like, that's the weird thing. Certain people really love certain X-Men characters, like deep love X-Men characters.
Okay. Well, Gambit's the best. We all know that.
Pick a card, any card.
That's right. He never got his due.
Mon ami.
It's John Carter of Mars could have had his own movie.
Be our guest.
That's Ewan McGregor putting on an accent.
No.
I think it is. Isn't he that guy?
Yeah, he is in Beauty and the Beast, and the new one, anyways. The original one was
Jerry Orbach.
Jerry Orbach.
Law and
Order.
Oh, I know.
Which always blew my mind. I was like, that dude never got enough credit.
I know Lenny Briscoe when I hear him.
That's right. That dude never got enough credit. Amazing
Angela
actor.
Lansbury was Mrs. Potts.
That's right.
There's a lot of murder on that cast.
She did write it.
She might have. Anyway.
So would you recommend Ultimate Alliance?
Yes, play it if you're a Marvel fan and if you like dungeon crawlers, either or.
Okay. We're gonna wrap this episode up. We're way over time.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I feel like we've covered quite a bit.
Wow.
Yeah. Time just flies.
That the Batman rant.
The Batman rant, which was totally worth it because let's face it, we all want to talk about the Batman.
I have to send you the conversation I actually had.
I can't wait. But as always, we'll be here next week, or semi-weekly. But you can find us on Spreaker, Stitcher, iTunes, the YouTubes. You can find me at Tim Martinek on the Instagrams. You can find Bob.
I'm at Bob J. Martin, Marton on Instagram.
Yeah, and like we say, keep creating. We'll have more stuff to talk about next week. And we'll see you next week, guys. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
To do a little redesigning with us, you can find Bob at Martin, MARTON_BOB, on Twitter. And you can find me on Instagram at Tim Martinek, all one word, TIMMARTINEC. And you can join in us, have some fun, do your redesigns for this week's redesign. It's a lot of fun for us to do this, but we like to see fresh ideas and fresh artists like doing what they do as well. You can also hashtag it Precarious Pixels and we'll find it as well.